Y'all, Justin Baldoni is suing Blake Lively and her husband Ryan Reynolds for $400 million. Now, I'm trying to get the entire scoop of what's going on and how it happened and all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and dive into it because Perez Hilton, y'all may not know who that is, but he's been doing this for many years right now. And he's going to go into more detail about what's going on and how everything transpired and how we got to this point. So, it's different from what I'm normally talking about, but I had to get into this, man. So I want to go ahead and dive into it. I don't want to waste no time. Let's, me talking, y'all hearing me talk. So let's go ahead and get into it right now. I want to get to it. You understand me? So check it. So check it out.
God. Perez Hilton here, and literally minutes ago, Justin Baldoni filed a $400 million lawsuit against not just Blake Lively, but also Ryan Reynolds.
That's crazy.
Let's get into this. Baldoni is joined by others in the lawsuit against Taylor Swift's bestie and the Deadpool actor. Also suing these two alongside Baldoni are his producing partner Jamie Heath, his publicist Jennifer Abel, and his crisis PR expert Melissa Nathan. As I'm sure you know, there was a lot of drama on the set of their movie It Ends With Us, which he optioned. He found the book, he got the movie greenlit, and then she came aboard and took control over everything. Last month, Blake Lively sued Justin Baldoni, alleging retaliation and a smear campaign against her. He has denied that and consequently sued the New York Times for running her side of things, editing text messages, not doing their due diligence, and painting an inaccurate picture. And now, in addition to the New York Times, he is suing the power couple. On what claims? Let me tell you. I'm honestly happier than a...
Wait, hold up. So here's the thing. I want to go ahead and set the precedent by saying this. So I've always stood on this. And this goes for both sides, not just for women. You can't believe everything that somebody tells you just because they tell you. You need the evidence. You need to see everything from the beginning to the middle to the end. I'm not just going to take your word for it because there's his story, there's her story, and then in between there lies the truth. And so I wouldn't take anything that she said. And plus, the fact that she already has a bad rap because she acts like a brat. She's younger. She has his mindset. And then on top of that, she's Taylor Swift's friend. So that should tell you enough. Taylor Swift, come on. For those of you who listen, for all of you Swifties, look, I'm not coming at Taylor Swift, but there's a certain type of spectrum that these Taylor Swift fans be on. That's all I'm gonna say.
Than my young self at a buffet. Actually, I'm happier than me now at a buffet. Like, I am living for this all. Justin Baldoni and crew are suing Lively and Reynolds for defamation, civil extortion, false light invasion of privacy. Pause. A false light invasion of privacy refers to a legal claim where someone is portrayed publicly in a misleading or untrue manner, creating a false impression about them that is considered highly offensive to a reasonable person, essentially damaging their reputation by presenting a distorted image of who they are. It is considered one of the several types of invasion of privacy claims under the law.
Yikes.
Seems credible. Like, if what he is saying is true, they did that. Baldoni and crew are also suing for breach of implied covenant of good faith and fair dealing. Implied covenant of good faith and fair dealing often simplified to good faith, is a rule used by most courts in the United States that requires every party in a contract to implement the agreement as intended, not using means to undercut the purpose of the transaction. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Probably having to do with her taking away his film that he was the co-star in, but also the producer and the director. And it became her film. And he even rewrote part of the script.
which is also crazy, because what I heard, and somebody can correct me on this too, but what I also heard is that he wasn't even supposed to have a hand in this shit, in this situation. So she manipulated that situation and had him write some things in it. And also, y'all know, so I might be getting a little bit of a head right now, but I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all seen Deadpool, right? The new one, the Wolverine one. So allegedly, the guy, the pretty pool, the one who had the long hair pool, it's a portrayal allegedly of Justin Baldoni. So they are making a lot of, they were throwing a lot of shots at him related to this situation. So this is crazy.
Wait, but there's even more charges against these two, including intentional interference with contractual relations. That's self-explanatory. Intentional interference with prospective economic advantage. Let me look that one up. Intentional interference with prospective economic advantage is a type of unfair business practice that occurs when someone intentionally interferes with an established business relationship using unlawful or wrongful means. Okay, I could see how he might make that case against her.
Right.
And a similar charge that they are alleging is negligent interference with prospective economic advantage. In a statement about the lawsuit filed minutes ago, Baldoni's attorney says the following: "This lawsuit is a legal action based on an overwhelming amount of untampered evidence detailing Blake Lively and her team's duplicitous attempt to destroy Justin Baldoni, his team, and their respective companies by disseminating grossly edited, unsubstantiated, new and doctored information to the media. It is clear, based on our own all-out willingness to provide all complete text messages, emails, video footage, and other documentary evidence, that what was shared between the parties in real time, that this is a battle she will not win and will certainly regret."
That's wild.
Blake Lively was either severely misled by her team or intentionally and knowingly misrepresented the truth. Let's not forget, Miss Lively and her team attempted to bulldoze reputations and livelihoods for heinously selfish reasons through their own dangerous manipulation of the media before even taking any actual legal action. We know the truth, and now the public does too. Justin and his team have nothing to hide. Documents do not lie.
That's
As I mentioned earlier, he's also suing the New York Times. They are denying any wrongdoing. The Times defended their article, which was telling her side of things, saying that it was meticulously and responsibly reported. So, I'm still going to assert it will likely be settled out of court, all of the lawsuits. Because if not,
it's going to have to.
It's going to drag out for years.
Yep.
It might be 2 years or longer before any of this actually goes to trial, like in a courtroom.
Yep.
Do they want to put themselves through this for years? I think
That's gonna be a bad. That's gonna be a bad move if they decide to go. If they decide to take this to court, that's gonna be a bad move, dog. 400 million is already atrocious. Not to think, that's without bringing in the lawyers' fees. Oh my God, bro. They'll be working for a while. They gonna be acting for a while if they take it to court. Now, because Justin Baldoni has the receipts, they might want to back out and just pay the money and keep you pushing and just never deal with each other again. Just call it a day. But if you go and do that right now and you think it's gonna fly, yeah, you might as well go ahead and call it, big dog. It's gonna be over with.
He's already come out on top. Perhaps they might feel like they need to. But if everything he is alleging and the documents and the facts are on his side, it could be a huge mistake to go through with their lawsuit. I'm excited for all discovery, including her communications, his communications, and hopefully, actually, I do want it to go to trial because I'm a fan of the truth. I'm on team neither. I'm on team truth. What a development. Let me know your thoughts.
You ain't no team
in the comment section.
The proof is in the pudding at this point. At this point, the proof is
at Cox
in the
Mobile,
pudding, bro.
we know you need reliable cell service that goes wherever you do. That's why we run on the
I'm
network
with
with more
Justin on this
nationwide
one.
coverage than.
Okay, a lot to discuss, and I'm so excited. Perez Hilton here, and Justin Baldoni's team has just shared a lengthy, unedited clip of their movie, It Ends With Us. It's a scene that was actually mentioned in Blake Lively's lawsuit against Justin Baldoni. During this slow dance scene, she alleged in her lawsuit that Baldoni, quote, leaned forward and slowly dragged his lips from her ear and down her neck as he said, "It smells so good." She objected, and he later responded saying, "I'm not even attracted to you." I did not see her objection, but I did see his telling her that and the immediate aftermath.
What is up with a lot of y'all women today, bro? Is it entitlement? What is it? Is it to the point that your husband is so rich you think you can do anything? The point that you got friends like Taylor Swift that you think that you're untouchable, and you think you can do, say, and move however you believe, and you think that shit is gonna slide with people? You think somebody's not gonna say something? You think somebody's not gonna hold you accountable for the shit that you're doing? Come on, dog.
It should be emphasized that what's happening in this footage is acting without written dialogue. They are improvising in character. And that means saying whatever comes to your mind, including him talking about Ryan Reynolds or her mentioning his wife, or this moment where he goes into her in character. They're flirting as their characters, trying to create these moments for this montage in this slow dancing scene. And he says, "Am I getting beard on you today?" Because he's so close to her face and his facial hair. And then she laughs and responds saying, "I'm probably getting spray tan on you." And then he says, "It smells good." And then she responds, "Well, it's not that, it's my body makeup." Personally, he was acting. Why would...
Wow.
But on the flip side, we also see the moment that he talked about in his lawsuit against her, where he claimed she was making fun of his appearance and his nose. They're really close to each other while filming, and then she says, "I feel so nosy." I mean, it's like just noses. And then Justin says, I know, and my nose is so big. And then she says, yes, I was hoping that we could address this. And then he laughs, like wholeheartedly laughing. And then she says, I was hoping that we could address this. It's not too late. Just gotta shut down.
So what you trying? So you trying to say Buddy should get a nose reduction? You think he should get a nose reduction because you think that his nose is too big? What? see, some people better than me, dog. Look, I'm a cool, calm, and collected kind of guy, right? I'm chill. I'm a cool guy. But one thing about me for sure, I don't care how fine you are. I don't care how much money you make as a woman. I don't care what dudes you know. I don't care what dude was hollering at you. I don't care what position you hold. I don't care about none of that shit. But what I do care about is the fact if you try to slight me and thinking that I'm just gonna let that shit by. Now, depending on the day, I might let it slide. Depending on what you say, I might just like, all right, yeah, you got it, man. Do your thing. I ain't got time to jump into this bullshit, this low energy conversation, right? But individuals like her and other women who act like her, you're gonna hear an earful from me. Because I will go the fuck in. Again, I don't care how fine you are, I'll find something wrong with you. I will find something. And then I will go in on it. I'm talking about I will go overboard to the point that you will not like me because of that. And I don't know what's the audacity. Like, she ain't even an A-lister. She's not even an A-lister. And she said, man, let me keep pushing on.
Call an insurance month and just deal with it. And then she laughs some more and says, just kidding. And throughout this all, she's flirting and he's flirting in character. I don't think this footage makes either of them look particularly good or bad. I think this footage shows why everything could have just been interpreted in such different ways, and why a trial might be very difficult to... No, I mean, he's suing on many specific claims, and so is she. It won't be difficult, but
the difference is the receipts.
Black or white. There is a lot of gray area here, and this footage shows us that. And look, for all of y'all who think I'm Team Baldoni, I'm not. I'm not Team Blake either. I'm Team The Truth. And I gave you my honest assessment of this footage. That's my opinion. What do you think of it if you've seen it? If you haven't, it's on TMZ. You can check it out. Come back here and let's kiki in the comment section. Perez Hilton here at your service. 179 pages. That's how long Justin Baldoni's lawsuit against Taylor Swift's bestie and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, is, which he filed.
179 pages. 179 pages. Now, mind you, that's a small book. When you look at it, when you break it down from the brass tacks, it's only a small book. But most people ain't gonna even read a 172-page book. But most people were tripping about the fact that Joy Taylor, that lawsuit in itself was 42 pages. This one is 172. God damn.
Filed earlier today. I continue to make my way through it, and I think I can safely say now, officially, after hearing this latest bit of evidence that he has, she's cooked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'll tell you all about it. But first, a rewind quickly. They starred in this movie, which most of you probably didn't even see. It Ends With Us.
I never
His
heard
production company produced it. He directed it as well. And then she took creative control. Through power, intimidation, threats. And he claims that she made up the sexual harassment allegations as a cover-up. and that he engaged in no smear campaign, but she's the one who did. Gaslighter, manipulator,
Fully.
liar. Baldoni is suing the actress best known for Gossip Girl and her husband for a whole bunch of causes, including defamation, unfair business practices, and more. And as I told you earlier, he has evidence, footage, and audio of Blake Lively out of character mocking his physical appearance, making fun of his nose and telling him that he should get plastic surgery. He's got receipts in the form of actual footage from the movie. And he's got even more receipts that reveal Blake Lively did not respect boundaries. Blake Lively was so unprofessional while filming. As I previously shared with you all, filming on It Ends With Us was interrupted due to the Hollywood strikes. Remember when the writers and the actors, everybody went on strike?
So mind you, I don't know if he's going to bring it up or not. There was also a situation where she was breastfeeding her child in her trailer. And Justin, now this isn't, don't take the word verbatim. So I'm paraphrasing here. She told Justin, allegedly, she told Justin Baldoni to come to the trailer so they can continue to rehearse. But when he showed up to the trailer and she was still breastfeeding, he then was like, you know what? Hey, we can come back. And she's like, no, we're good. Let's go ahead and let's rehearse this, that, and the third. Now she's trying to use that against him, saying that he was just basically being a pervert, allegedly. But he got all the receipts though. This shit, wow.
Blake Lively threatened to not return to set unless her demands and the very long list were met.
That's crazy.
One of her points was, quote, no more improvising of kissing. All intimate touch must be choreographed in advance with Blake Lively and an intimacy coordinator. No biting or sucking of lip without Blake Lively's consent. All intimate on-camera touch and conversation must be in character, not spoken from Justin Baldoni to Blake Lively personally.
That's crazy, dog.
Well, I already told you that she did not do this. She broke character, mocking his physical appearance, and his lawsuit filed earlier today says, quote, moreover, it was Lively who engaged in unchoreographed kissing scenes. One scene, again captured on camera, exhibits Lively pulling Baldoni in to kiss her. It is clear Lively was initiating unchoreographed kissing. In one take, she pulled Baldoni in and kissed him once. In another, twice. And the number of kisses entirely initiated by Lively changed at her whim. And he is not suing her for harassment, au contraire. His lawsuit claims Baldoni, as a professional actor who, among other roles, played the lead's love interest in television's Jane the Virgin for 5 years, 100 episodes.
Yeah, and he was, and the thing is, he was really good in that show. I've actually seen Jane the Virgin. It's a really good show. And how come nobody has? And he played one of the love characters in that, one of the main guys in there. With he was with Jane the Virgin, and then also he had another chick named Petra. Then I think he was dealing with another chick on there too. But how come we have never heard any lawsuits or anything about that? Only with this situation right here. All right.
Is, like most actors, accustomed to rehearsing or filming scenes multiple times,
right?
Often with variations, without needing permission while in character. While Lively now takes issue with any innocuous improvisation Baldoni, as Ryle, may have allegedly initiated while in character, Baldoni treated their relationship on camera as professional, each playing their part, each doing their job. If no one was supposed to improvise, Baldoni would have no way of knowing based on Lively's own actions. Lively demonstrated again and again that this was a normal and acceptable part of filming romantic scenes. And he's got the footage. Oh boy, boy, boy. I'm exhausted, but grateful.
Bro, this is
I'm so invested. Thoughts on this? Just this video, these developments? Let me know.
Let's go to the next video. This is wild, yo. That is wild.
They're implementing another work platform.
That's it. Game over for Blake Lively. Perez Hilton here, and as I continue to make my way through Justin Baldoni's lawsuit that he filed today against Taylor Swift's bestie and the wife of Ryan Reynolds, I am in awe at all of the new information that we've found out and the receipts that he has. One of the receipts is a game changer. I would even say game over, because the receipt is caught on video.
Ooh.
As I mentioned earlier, the Jane the Virgin alum sued Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds for defamation, for unfair business practices, and more. They took control of his movie, It Ends With Us. He found the book, he got the movie made, he was not just the star, but also the producer and director. Until she took control of the movie. His lawsuit is adamant that there was no smear campaign against her and that she's not the good girl she would like us to believe. Baldoni says that the public's reaction to Blake Lively was organic, based on things that she said and did, and it had nothing to do with him and his team. He specifically says that she and her team, including Leslie Sloan, Blake Lively's publicist, who is also named in the lawsuit, made it seem like it was a smear campaign, but it was not.
Crazy, dog.
And that the whole sexual harassment of it all was fake and a PR power move on her part to take control of the movie.
Of course.
And to give him a reason to retaliate against her. Now, here's one of the juiciest sections in Justin Baldoni's lawsuit. He claims that one day, during filming of It Ends With Us, Blake Lively, quote, continued to break character while the two of them filmed a romance montage to, quote, speak as herself rather than her character, Lily Bloom, which, quote, was extremely confusing for Baldoni.
Right.
The lawsuit alleges, quote, Lively took them out of character again and began to joke about Baldoni's nose.
Again?
Which he laughed off and joked in turn, even as Lively joked that he should get plastic surgery. Are we sure she was joking? Some might accuse her of harassment. I like his nose. That's a sexy, strong nose. He doesn't need a nose job. His lawsuit states in no uncertain terms, quote, Lively alleges Baldoni inappropriately commented on her appearance. It was the other way around. And as I mentioned, in his lawsuit, he says this happened during filming. While they were filming this montage, she said all this. You know what that means? It's on camera. There is footage of this.
That's crazy.
Yes! The lawsuit specifies this, that he has got the evidence. Apparently, oh my God, she must be pooping herself right
she
now.
done for, big dog.
Apparently, Blake Lively didn't think the sound was being recorded. That's why she was so bushy.
Stupid.
Nasty.
Stupid.
In his lawsuit, he says Lively incorrectly alleges that this scene was filmed without sound. Baldoni was wearing a microphone, and the entire exchange is captured on camera.
That's why. Talk about
For me,
idiot,
it's
boy.
game. Well, not game over. We're gonna wait
Nah.
and hear how he was joking, because he said some awful things about her too.
In order for something to pop off, in order for her to gain a leg or anything at all, she gonna have to come out the woodworks with some true evidence that's gonna backfire against him. Other than that, she
While they were both joking back and forth, but so far, not a good look for her.
Yo, that is crazy, fam. That is crazy. See, that's why I said having the receipts, it's gonna save your butt. But also, that's why I said before, you can't trust everybody. And it's not just in particular to women, it's just for everybody in general, dog. Now, this whole situation then blew up in her face. She gonna either have to go take this shit to court, or she gonna have her and her husband Ryan Reynolds are gonna have to pay $400 million, bro. 400. God damn, that is a lot of goddamn money. But hey, she brought on herself. That's what she gets for being such a brat, and that's what Ryan Reynolds gets for not checking her ass. And again, you know what can you do with a girl who has a friend like Taylor Swift? What you gonna do? But we'll keep that one going. We'll keep the update about that one. So now I want to segue into something different, man. You know, I'll say what you say called the best for last in a sense. But just make sure you comment, like, subscribe for those of you who are in here. If you haven't been here before, I appreciate you for rocking with me. But make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Is going to help the algorithm and continue to keep pushing this content out, man. Because we're trying to grow this page. We're trying to get as big as we possibly can with this page, but I can only do that with y'all. And if y'all keep doing that, guess what? I get more subscribers, and guess what? We monetize, and guess what? I get more quality content for y'all too. So, hey, it benefits. When I benefit, you benefit. All right. So I want to move on to the next segment here, man. It's kind of a hard pivot, and I want to pivot this into basketball situations. So I talked about this a couple of videos ago, and this whole situation with A'ja Wilson talking about how she can beat a guy one-on-one, an NBA player one-on-one. And if you go back and look at that video, I'm already like, nah, that ain't it. And no, not gonna happen. And so Jeff Teague just kind of goes in on it a little bit too. So I want to go ahead and dive into it, man. So let me speed this up real quick. Let me get past the BS commercials, and then we can get right into it, man. All right. So let's check it out.
A part of me gives it to her because she is a competitor, and I could just see a lot of people in her position being like, just having full confidence in themselves, like that's the competitive nature in her. I do think that she's a bit delusional here, and also like maybe the slightest bit disrespectful.
Imagine this. A'ja Wilson steps onto the court ready to prove Jeff Teague wrong. She's facing off against a lineup of G League players, college stars, and even some high school phenoms. The crowd's going wild, cameras are rolling, but as the games start, you can see it in her face. The shock, the frustration. It's like watching someone realize Santa isn't real real in real time.
And Jeff Teague goes on here and basically says Asia is not beating anyone, not even in college, not in the NBA, not in G League, not in college. And some people were saying like, oh, he's being sexist. Asia Wilson is great. She could beat plenty of guys in the NBA. It created this whole debate, which I unfortunately don't think a lot of the time.
You know what I think it is? A lot of people don't have common sense. They don't have the necessary tools up there to really gauge what's being said here. Because they instantly think somebody's disrespecting or they're being sexist because they say that a woman like Asia Wilson can't beat an NBA player or a G League player or a college player for that matter. I just got done watching the USC game. Who were they playing? USC and Indiana. Women's basketball with Juju and all those girls, right? I was just watching it. I think it was it yesterday? Sunday. I was watching it Sunday. Now, mind you, Juju, tough. When it comes to the girls, tough. But what y'all are not taking into consideration is men are a lot bigger, a lot stronger, a lot faster, far more athletic. And the shots that these girls were shooting up, even Juju herself, the shots that they were shooting up, you wouldn't even see that in the middle school game. Well, I mean, okay, you probably would in a middle school game. But it goes to show you, or you may see it in a high school game too, but depending on the level of skill that high school has. Now, if we're talking about a prime high school, you're not going to see shots. The shots that they were throwing up, horrendous. And so when you try to compare yourself as a woman, I get it. You're dope in where you're playing. You're dope in the realm of where you're playing. Give you an example. When McGregor thought he could beat Floyd Mayweather because he was killing it in his field. He was killing in his field. And so the cockiness got to his head. So he's like, man, I can do this. I can beat you too, Floyd Mayweather. And then guess what? He lost because he got a little bit in over his head. He thought it was the same, but it's not the same. It's different. And he got his ass handed to him. That'll be the same situation if Asia Wilson goes and plays against a G League player, an NBA player, even a college player. Put her up against Cooper Flagg. What's she gonna do with Cooper Flagg? Look at the cats over there hooping at Auburn right now. Shout out to the War Eagles. Look at what they're doing over there. You think Asia Wilson gonna be able to handle these kind of dudes? Come on, dog. Come on, fam. We got to be real at some point.
The debate between are women as good as men in sports is never truly a healthy debate.
That's right. This isn't a healthy debate at all. Each speed.
Oh, my bad. But hell, look at when Sabrina Ionescu went against Stephen Curry at the 3-point contest. She lost. She lost. She simply lost. And that's just shooting. Now you have a better chance. You have a better chance at winning when it comes to shooting basketball. When just shooting it, that's it, just shooting. But you talking about a full game, 1-on-1 type shit, and you think
the power, the sheer athleticism. It's a whole different level, and you're about to see why Teague's comments have set social media on fire. All right, let's talk about the comment that set the basketball world on fire. You're not gonna believe what Jeff Teague just said about Aja Wilson. It's like he dropped a nuclear bomb on the WNBA, and now everyone's losing their minds.
So Aja Wilson can't beat nobody in the NBA.
No. That might get spooked. Not one.
They did a whole. We're talking bench players, everybody.
No.
Let's rewind a bit to what forced Jeff Teague's explosive comments. So here's the deal. Aja Wilson's on a podcast, right? And she's saying she could beat NBA player Josh Hart in a one-on-one game.
What is the end score if you and Josh play 1-on-1 to 11, your ball first?
What's T, boys?
Do not buy new windows if you live in Arizona.
You know how
Americans living in zip codes starting with 85 and 86 are being paid to
How about you?
Me?
Yeah, you.
You guys.
No, trust me. Everyone knows what the score with me and Josh. That's not.
I feel like the score would be like 8-11. Me.
7.
I get ball first.
You get ball first.
She does get ball first.
Not gonna get it back. You feel it, but that's gonna be your time. Like that's gonna be your period, which is fine. I'm not saying I'm gonna go scoreless, but 8-11, I feel like it's pretty solid.
The disrespect.
So what do you think it'll be, Josh? Don't piss me off.
And they go, and
Can
look,
you imagine
and then
that?
Look, go
Heart's
try to
even
use,
cool.
and then go try to use the whole. Don't piss me off. Listen. We ain't even talking about Brunson. We're talking about Josh. We're talking about Josh Hart. Josh Hart can ball. For those of you who don't watch, Josh Hart can ball. A lot of the NBA players get overlooked because we focus so heavily on the mega stars, the LeBron Jameses, the Kevin Durant's, the Stephen Curry's, the Anthony Edwards, the Anthony Davises, and all these, the Luka Doncic and the Jokers and all these cats, right? The Kyrie Irvings and all that. We get so focused on these guys. But y'all gotta remember, even your most mediocre NBA player, I'm talking about your most mediocre NBA player, they were averaging 30 and 40 in high school and college. Some of them were averaging 20 in college. A lot of them were averaging 30 and 40 in high school. Y'all have to realize these cats ain't nothing to play with, bro. I'll give you a prime example. Cam Reddish. It was a video, and Anthony Edwards was talking about how Cam Reddish. Now y'all know who Cam Reddish is. Played at Kentucky. Was doing his thing at Kentucky, and then came to the NBA and just kind of vanished, so to speak. But he dropped 50 on Anthony Edwards and his team. 50. So even your most mediocre player is a bucket getter, dog. You can call out any NBA player right now. You can get your most mediocre NBA player, and I guarantee you he will outplay WNBA players' best player in the league. Straight up and down. Come on, dog.
Cool about it, laughing it off and saying he'd win 11-7. But then Jeff Teague comes in with this absolute bombshell. He's not just saying Wilson can't beat Hart. Oh no, he takes it to a whole other level.
She was on the Knicks podcast. It was like Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart. She was just like, if me and you play Josh Hart, who gonna win the game? He said, me. She's like 11-7. He's like, me 11, right? And they just had like a really funny joke about it. She was just like, nah, I'll get y'all up out of here. He just like, nah, let's not joke about that.
Yeah, let's not play around, bro. Like, it's really gonna beat your ass. Like, yeah, nah. The top WNBA player is not beating the 12th man. She's not beating in the G League.
Facts.
So, she's not beating in college.
Did you hear that? Teague actually said Wilson wouldn't be able to beat. Not even.
She not. Listen. Do y'all know who Jimmer Fredette is, bro? Do y'all know who Jimmer Fredette is? Buddy didn't even make it in the NBA. He didn't even make it in the NBA. And he out there killing in the G League. I'm talking 50-some points. I'm talking Buddy getting buckets out there. You understand me? You telling me that an Asia Wilson gonna be able to handle that? Come on, dog. We got at some point. We have to. At some point, bro, we gotta be real. We gotta start being realistic with ourselves. I get it. We gotta be confident. Gotta be confident in yourself. But confidence doesn't mean you have to be delusional too. Straight up.
top college or high school talent. He's basically saying that Aja Wilson, a WNBA superstar, couldn't even hang with the best high school players. That's when you know things are getting serious. But here's where it gets really interesting. Teague's comments have set off a firestorm on social media. It's not just about basketball anymore. It's turned into this huge debate about gender equality in sports. People are saying Teague's words are a perfect example of how women athletes are constantly underestimated and disrespected. But here's the thing, Teague's not backing down. He's doubling down on his statement.
How is he? All right. So you didn't say anything in regards to the disrespect, how she said that she would beat Josh Hart 11-8 her way, that she would win. But then before he could even answer, he then said, he laughed it off, and she's like, well, who you think will win? Don't piss me off. But yet y'all want to throw in this gender, this GE every time a man says anything in regards to a woman, or it seemed as if he's putting a woman down when he really isn't. It's like, look, at some point you got to be realistic. Aja Wilson can't dunk. I don't even think Aja Wilson can touch the damn rim. She's not as strong. You're not as fast. You probably can't handle the ball as well. If you can't handle the rod, you still got to be at least, you still have to understand how to get past these extremely athletic NBA players and G League players. How you gonna do that? What you gonna do? If they take you, if they guard you, if they decided to guard you like they would any other NBA player, I'm talking about hard. You really think you finna get a bucket? Come on, dog. Even probably your worst NBA defensive player, even probably James Harden, to lock you up.
And now everyone's taking side.
She is not holding a candle to any motherfucker in the NBA, G League, college, and top elite level of high school, bro. She will get cooked. And these motherfuckers just refuse to accept reality.
It's like the whole sports world is divided. You've got people
and don't get it twisted. Y'all better understand who Jeff Teague is and was. That was a bucket getter, especially at Wake Forest. Man, y'all better stop. Man, y'all better wake up.
Defending Teague, saying he's just telling it like it is. And then you've got others who are saying his comments are way out of line. So what do you think? Is Teague just speaking the truth about the skill gap between NBA and WNBA players? Or is he crossing a line and disrespecting women's basketball? This debate is far from over, and you can bet we're gonna see more fireworks before it's all said and done. Okay, so you're probably wondering why Teague's so confident about this NBA versus WNBA thing, right? Well, let's break down what makes these NBA bench guys so special.
Look at that.
Hey, if you live in one of these cities right here, why don't you own an apartment building?
How Aja Wilson gonna get past something like that, dog?
It's not just about skills. It's about raw physical dominance. Did you know that most NBA physical bench guy is so special? It's not just about skills.
Look at this big tall ass dude right here. What? How tall is Aja? 6'3", 6'4", maybe. So she basically the height of a point guard in the NBA. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. You telling me Aja Wilson can guard somebody like that? That's what I'm saying. A lot of people just be talking just to be talking. Buddy probably a smooth 6'10", 6'11". How Aja Wilson gonna beat that? Josh Hart himself, Josh Hart is 6'4", 6'5", maybe? 6'4", 6'5"? Come on, dog.
About raw physical dominance. Did you know that most NBA bench players were absolute monsters in high school?
So Aja Wilson.
Didn't I just say that? I just said that, right? Most of those average players in the NBA were fucking crazy in high school, dog.
Be nobody in the NBA.
No.
That might get spooked. Not one.
They
did a whole. We're talking bench players. Everybody.
No. Do y'all know niggas on the bench used to average 40 in high school, and 20 in college.
We're talking guys who averaged around 40 points per game. Right. That's not a typo, 40 points. These dudes were dropping buckets left and right before they could even vote. And in college, they kept the heat coming, averaging about 20 points per game against tougher competition. Now you might be thinking, but Aja's a WNBA superstar. And you're right, she is. But here's where it gets really interesting. The physical differences between NBA and WNBA players are just insane. We're not just talking about height, although that's part of it. NBA players are generally taller, sure, but they're also faster and stronger. And when it comes to overall athleticism, it's not even close.
I mean, I'm not entertaining shit. I'm not being, I was about to say, I can entertain like a 5-on-5 type of situation where you got like a mix type of thing, but no, not even that, bro. Not even that. She will get cooked in every avenue,
she got
bro.
5 of her,
she won't get a bucket.
Best WNBA
How you gonna D him? How you gonna defend his shot?
NBA players,
right? She may be taller than his ass, but she can't jump higher than the motherfucker. She definitely ain't faster than him. She definitely ain't stronger than him, bro. And he's in the motherfucking NBA.
These NBA guys are like superheroes in sneakers. So what makes NBA players so much better than WNBA stars? It's a combination of things. First, you've got that crazy scoring ability they've had since high school. Then there's the physical advantages, the speed, the strength, the jumping ability. It all adds up to a level of performance that's just off the charts. And trust me, you're gonna be shocked when you see the numbers. Experts are saying the skill gap between NBA players and WNBA stars is huge. They're not just talking about a little edge.
Look, Anthony Davis, what, 6'10", 6'11"? Stephen Curry, 6'3". I forgot his name. I think he about 6'2", 6'3". Come on, dog.
They're saying even the least skilled NBA players are on a whole different level.
They let them G League ass motherfuckers that y'all got go play against the LA Sparks. Is that they are the LA Sparks or whoever the fuck she played with? You know what I'm saying? Your top elite WNBA team. Get your Caitlyn out there, get your Asia out there. Just recruit the best 5 you can get or best 12 roster you can get from WNBA. Put them motherfuckers on the team and have them motherfuckers play the G League, bro. They will not win a game. They will not win a game. It would be so fucking bad.
It's not about disrespecting women's basketball. It's just the reality of the situation. These NBA guys, even the ones warming the bench, have a combination of skill and physicality that's hard to match. They've been dominating since they were teenagers, and they've only gotten better. So when Teague says Aja Wilson couldn't beat anyone in the NBA, he's not just talking trash. He's looking at the cold, hard facts.
I would put money on some WNBA players that they could outshoot certain NBA players. But when it comes down to a game that's as physical as one-on-one, when it comes down to the speed, the height, the quickness, the defensive abilities, that's where I think that Josh Hart and some of these men, and you have to understand, men in the NBA have some of the biggest egos in the world, and rightfully so when it comes to their sport, because they have worked really hard to get to that place and they have beat out so many people along the way.
The physical difference.
Yeah, because you got to look at it, bro. The way that Aja Wilson came at her, it's like came at Josh Hart. It's like, bro. And here's the thing. As a former hooper myself, if I know for a fact you ain't finna beat me, I'm going to laugh it off. I'm going to act as if you just playing with me. I'm like, I said, boy, you funny as hell, boy. Like, boy, you better stop playing. Like, I'm just going to laugh at you. I ain't going to talk shit to you. I'm just going that's wild work. That's wild work. Boy, you crazy, boy. You feel me? That's what I'm gonna be. But hold on, before I keep going, let me see let's read the chat real quick. Clem says, but the woman will not play. The system will not let them play because society want women to live in delusion. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's why they're able to talk the way they talk right now. That's why Aja Wilson is extremely confident in the fact that she believe I would put my last dollar that she 1000% believes that she can beat Josh Hart. She believes it. In her heart of hearts, she believes that. And it's so sad. I love the confidence, but it's so sad and delusional. A soccer team in high school blew out the women's USA team. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. I remember that. I remember they talked about that. And it's just like, bro, I get it. Ladies, I get it. I get it. you want to feel worthy of something. You want to feel as if the efforts and the work that you put in is valued. And it is. Nobody's taking the fact away that you're dominating in WNBA. Nobody's talking about that. But it becomes a problem when you then get too confident and you think that you can play in the big leagues. You think that you're good enough to play against NBA players. You think you're good enough because you scored 30 points because you're scoring 20, 30 points in the WNBA. And you think that you can go into the NBA and do the same exact thing. You are insane. You are insane. Do y'all understand that there are more guys? How many people have we come across in this world? Men. I know a few who could have gone pro. Whether that's overseas, to the NBA, whatever the case, could have gone because of how good they actually were. But they just didn't make it because of maybe height or politics, or they just didn't want it bad enough, whatever the case. But they had the ability to get there. I wouldn't even put my money against them and say that they couldn't beat you. Straight up. I'm talking about the ones that's still in shape, though. Not the ones that ain't played basketball in 5, 10, 15 years. I'm talking about the ones who still hoop on a daily, who hoop every weekend, the ones who still work out. You know what I'm saying? The ones who still actually out there training as if they trying to go pro again. You still couldn't beat them. Straight up. But cool, you have your confidence, but at some point you got to be realistic within your confidence too.
Differences, the scoring ability, the years of competing at an insanely high level, it all adds up. And that's why this debate is causing such a stir. It's not just about one game or one player. It's about recognizing the huge gap that exists between the top levels of men's and women's basketball. Can you believe some people are actually calling for a showdown between NBA, G League, and WNBA players? It's like they want to turn basketball into a circus. Imagine the scene. Aja Wilson.
That ain't gonna happen because I know there was another guy. He posed it. He made a proposal. He said, "Look, I will pay $1 million for." Matter of fact, it was the Aces. It was the Aces. Look, I'll pay $1 million, and I'll get the best high school team to play against the best WNBA team, and my high school team will wash the best WNBA team. He put the wage out there. He said $1 million. He said, "I'll put $1 million out there." We ain't seen nothing happen because they already know what's up. They just want to talk. They don't want to actually execute. They just want to talk because it sounds good, because it seems as if you're confident. It seems as if you're doing what it meant. Shit. Got caught up. They act as if just talking about it is going to do something. It's going to change something. Oh, let me keep this shit going. I'm over here coughing and
stepping onto the court, ready to face off against some G League nobody. The crowd's going wild, cameras everywhere. It's like the Super Bowl of basketball. But here's where it gets really interesting.
The difference is astronomical, right? But they need to have a tournament where the NBA plays the WNBA. They need to have a tournament where they get the WNBA starters to come out here and play the G League. They need to do it. Make it happen. Stamp it, bro. That shit will, y'all will pump so much money into the WNBA and into the G League, bro. They will make so much money, dog. They'll make so much money, bro. It would make more money than the NBA.
Yes, some folks are saying this could be a gold mine. We're not just talking about a fun exhibition game. We're talking big money, huge ratings, absolute pandemonium. It's like they want to create the ultimate basketball spectacle. Now, you might be wondering, how much money could a mixed gender basketball competition actually make? Well, let me tell you, it's not chump change. Past cross-gender sporting events have shown some serious financial success. We're talking major marketing opportunities, drawing in fans from both the marketing mixed gender basketball competition actually make. Well, let me tell you, it's not chump change.
First of all, look how most of them run. They legs barely come off the ground when they run. You know they
past
ain't fast.
cross-gender sporting
Now watch this.
events have shown.
Now watch this.
Some serious.
Look how she jumped. Look how she jumped to try to block her shot. Look how she jumped to block her shot.
Sporting events have shown some serious.
She jumped off the left leg to try to block it with her left hand. She got it barely. And to be honest, I don't even think she blocked it. I think old girl just missed it. But she hit it with her left. She barely got off the ground. Now, picture if this was an actual NBA game and the buddy go down the lane. Two of the things is about to happen. One, buddy finna take off. Or two, as he gonna try to finesse in the layup, somebody finna, off the glass. Boom, give me that shit. That's what's gonna happen in the NBA. That's what's gonna happen in the NBA. And you think, and Asia Wilson believes wholeheartedly that she'll beat Josh Hart.
Success.
One-on-one.
We're talking major marketing opportunities, drawing in fans from both the NBA and WNBA.
You telling me you finna guard that?
They need to.
That's
And
Malik
this would
Monk.
sell like a motherfucker, bro. Where they actually.
All right, man. That's enough of that, man. I'm off on my rant. Look, ladies, all I want to say, look, just stop trying to compete with men all the time, bro. I promise you, you're not gonna win that battle. You're not gonna win that war. You're really not. You're not gonna win it. Stay in your lane. Be great at what you're doing. Be great in the WNBA. Be great in women's sports. Be great at that shit. But the moment that you try to bring it over here to the men's space, that's when it becomes a problem. That's when it's like, shorty, we minding our business. Why are you coming over here? We were room for you over there. Like, hey, do your thing. She going crazy over there. But just don't bring that noise over here, because it's a whole different ball game on this end. It's a whole different ball game. And if you're trying to bring that over here, please get some help, because you're delusional. See what my man Clem got to say. Clem says those women would be terrified to play NBA players. Man, who you telling? Their point guard is my height. We talking 5'8", 5'9". They're point guards. And some shorter. Some shorter. Their tallest, like I said, Asia Wilson is what, 6'3", 6'4", maybe? That's a point guard's height in the NBA. I think the women's NBA player, their tallest, I'm not sure what their tallest player, but I want to say around 6'8", 6'9", maybe. The tallest in the WNBA as a whole. That's the tallest. Our tallest guy is Wemby. Wemby's what, 7'2", 7'1", 7'3", some shit like that. What are we talking about right now? What are we talking about? It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's asinine. It's foolish to even think about. I don't understand it. I don't know why a lot of women. I don't even know why a lot of women talk about it, but they do. But it just blows my mind, dog. And it pisses me off. It really does. It really does. So, but hey, make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're still in here. Listen, if this is your first time here, you know, I definitely thank you for being here, but also, you know, subscribe, hit the notification button so therefore you won't miss another live. This is more of an impromptu live, man. I typically go live on Saturdays at 6 p.m., but I had to do it because I didn't do it this weekend because my homie came down, you know what that was. You know, we were busy. We were out here having fun, doing our thing. But so I had to make sure I bring it to y'all. But now we finna pivot one more good time before I head out for the night. And this one here is different. So apparently there's this trans woman who is getting sued by a guy because he found out that she was born a man, and yeah. And so she's like, I shouldn't have to disclose anything, but I'm gonna let y'all hear for yourselves. So let's get into it.
I'm going through legally with this guy that I met online.
Can y'all hear that? Y'all can't hear that, can you? Can y'all hear it? Put a one in the chat if you can hear it.
All because I'm a trans girl. So anyways, I moved into my apartment August. I met this dude online. I think I met him in September. I moved into my apartment.
All right, let's see if we can hear it now.
That I'm going through legally with this guy that I met online. All because I'm a trans girl. So anyways, I moved into my apartment August. I met this dude online. I think I met him in September. So I moved into my apartment in August or whatever, and we ended up meeting each other in September. It was probably like the first week of September. It probably was, yeah, it was the first week of September because he paid my rent. Anyways, I met him. He came over to my house at the time.
You mean he paid your rent? Hey fam, man, I'm gonna need y'all to stop, bro. Fam. Hold on, I'm gonna let it keep going. Go ahead.
I'm moving into my apartment. I only had a blow-up bed in my TV, and my birthday is September 23rd. So you know, he came over, and he was. I can obviously see that he kind of like. It was something to feel bad for because I was going to buy my own bedroom set, but to me, like, it kind of felt like he kind of felt bad for me because I was sleeping on the blow-up bed, which, I mean, I didn't give a fuck at the time because I was going to buy my own bedroom set. But anyways, me and the dude started talking and we was, like, really good friends or whatever. Mind you, at the beginning of the friendship, whatever the fuck it was, whatever it was, at the beginning of it, I very much voiced to him that I was not trying to be in a relationship because I kind of felt like he was trying to buy his way into like being around me or like being in a relationship with me. I kind of felt like he was trying to buy himself, like buy me and like my affection and shit. So anyways, he came over, we chilled, he got back to his crib. We were just talking like that whole month, and my birthday came around at the end of September. And he texted me. He was like, hey, where are you at? I'm just like, I'm out of town for my birthday. He was like, oh, okay, make sure you go back home on the 28th because I have a present coming to your house. I'm like, all right, cool. What is it? He's like, you're going to see it when you get there. Mind you, I never asked this boy for anything. I never asked him for anything at all. But, you know, I didn't ask him for anything. So anyways, on my Instagram, it has in my highlights trends, and then it has unicorn. Like, I don't come out on my social media and just tell people, hey, in my bio, I'm transgender, because it's technically not their fucking business. But I try to make it like, I try to like leave hints so guys can like know, cause niggas ain't stupid. Niggas be knowing. We not.
Wait, hold up. So you telling me that guys supposed to read, they supposed to just say, hey, listen. Because not every guy's gonna know. Not every guy, because I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've seen women who look like that and they full-blown women. And then there are, you know, trans women who I've seen. I'm like, yeah, I know that's a dude for sure. And then there are other women I'm like, yeah, that got to be a trans, and then they end up being an actual biological woman. So nah, bro, you got to ask the question, dog. You got to ask the question. I'm sorry. And it's your responsibility as the person that's not a biological woman to let that be known right out the gate. Just as if you have a kid and they don't know, and you just met this person. Look, Pete, I just want to let you know I got a kid. So is that a deal breaker for you or not? And then you leave the decision, you leave the ball on their court. But for you to sit here and say that it ain't none of their business and you don't think that you need to disclose that, that's diabolical work. That's crazy. That's crazy to me, dog.
You're not gonna say that, oh, they didn't know. No, motherfuckers be knowing for sure. So anyways, I go back home on the 28th and I get to my house and I got this bedroom set outside my motherfucking house, which is
that's a fact, bro. That's I put it on him too. I do put that, especially if you see the person through their profile. Agreed. 1000%.
bed, this king size bed, this dresser he bought, and that little night.
However, though, even if you see the rainbow, you still have to continue to keep looking through the pictures and everything to try to confirm it. But he did say, well, the trans woman did say that that they put trans in the profile, so that makes sense. But if they didn't put that in there and they just had the rainbow, then most people they'll just overlook that and just keep it pushing, like real talk.
Stand right there, this little night.
Most people
he bought that. It was like $1,500 or something. But in the midst of him buying that, he also paid my rent for October, November, and December. So, and my rent was like, my bills was like, almost $2,000 a month for all my bills, including my rent, electricity, water, all that. So today I woke up and, I just felt like I needed to post. I was trans, like make a video to let people know that I was trans on Instagram, because my Instagram, it got to the point where it was a lot of guys up on there that I don't even know I don't even know how they found my page. I don't know where they came from. I don't know. So sometimes like I get to the point where I'm like, okay, let me.
Fuck all that. I don't care who you are. And this is me coming from a place of This is me coming from a different place. I don't care who you are. I don't care how fine you are. Which in this case, you wouldn't have to worry about that because I wouldn't even look your way because I don't swing that way. You feel me? But this is just strictly for the women situation, and this just goes for men in general. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a man and you see a fine ass woman, fam. I'm not paying your rent. I'm not paying nothing. I don't care how much money I have and or don't have. I'm not paying a damn thing. I'm not making a gesture. I'm not doing none of that shit. You got the right one today. And this is the problem today. This is the problem. And this is, matter of fact, let me go ahead and cut it out because I see where this is going. I'm gonna go ahead and say this because it's tripping. I don't care who you are. There's a reason why there are a lot of women who have these overinflated egos today. There's a reason why. And it's because of simps like that who think and lead with their money. Who think just because that they got money now, all of a sudden they could just go blow it or trick off. It ain't tricking if you got it. No, you still a trick. And you still a simp. Because you got to use your money just to get her. The real ones understand that you don't need the money to get her. Because 9 times out of 10, while you spending your money on her, you taking her out on these expensive dates. Guess what? The guy that's busting her down is actually the one who ain't even got the job. He ain't even in his prime yet. He ain't even got a job for real. He in between jobs. He laying on her couch waiting on you to bring her the food, waiting on her to bring that leftover plate back. But y'all out here paying for these women. Oh yeah, baby girl, let me change your life. Let me spend some bread on you. Let me. Bro, they don't care. They gonna take your money and they gonna move on. Stop leading with your money, dog. That's why y'all got big hoes out here thinking that they fine, thinking that they 10s when they need to lose weight. That's why you got ugly bras who are 3s and fucking 4s thinking that they are 10s. You got bad built hoes. You got these girls out here getting BBLs because they see y'all liking these girls' pictures. And it's cool. Like the picture, cool or whatever. But when y'all in their DM simping, oh, what's up, queen? Grand rising queen. Or, girl, you so beautiful. Girl, I'll drink your bath water. Man, these other things, like, will you marry me? Like, bruh, shut up. Because I guarantee you, if y'all stop liking and commenting under their pics like that, and all inside their DMs talking about how much you want to be with them and how much you want to marry them and take them on trips and fly them out X, Y, and Z, I guarantee the moment that you start doing that, I guarantee you a lot of them gonna get some act right. They're gonna realize that, oh, I may not be this attractive. I may not be that much of a baddie. Because what they don't understand is a lot of y'all are in their DMs. Y'all just want to bust them down anyway. But they think that they got the clout because there's so many dudes in their DM. And they thinking that the dudes want to marry them. No, they just want to bust it down big. They just want to bust it down shorty. That's it. You ain't that special. Chill out. But I blame the Sims for that. All y'all dudes or so-called incels who are in their DMs, get out of their DMs, bro. Go find yourself something to do. Go to the gym. Go work. Go do something. Go make some content. Go do something, man. Get out of their DMs. Because they ain't paying attention to you. They're not. How many videos have we seen already? I've seen a couple of videos already, TikTok videos, where chicks are finessing these dudes. And I mean, dudes out here like, hey, Lil Pete, shorty, I'm gonna pay for your flight out. I'm gonna pay for your flight out. You know what I'm saying? I'm everything taken care of, X, Y, and Z. And shorties are like, I never liked this dude in the first place, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna roll with it. I'm gonna play the game. And y'all being dumb enough spending all y'all bread. And again, I don't care about how much you got. If you're smart with your money, you ain't gonna spend your money on that type of shit, bro. I don't care how much money you got. You can have millions. Me, millions or not, I'm still not spending it. I'm not finna fly you out here tripping. For what? What I'm finna fly you out here for? Nah, you good. Like, you tripping. So I need y'all fellas to stop simping so much, bro. I really need you guys to get a backbone. I really need y'all. If you want to get the baddies, focus on yourself. Start building yourself up. Get your ass in the gym. Get your money up. Start looking for new ways to increase your skills. Find different ways to invest your money. The little money that you are making, find different ways to invest that money. Stop spending your money just to keep up with the Joneses. Continue to work on yourself. And just start getting better. Put yourself around people where you want to be. If you see yourself, look, man, I want to be a multimillionaire. Okay, go to the places that these multimillionaires hang out. Watch how they talk. Watch how they dress. Watch how they move. Listen to the conversations that they're having. The conversations that they're having, they aren't the same. It's different. So, instead of just constantly scrolling on your YouTube or scrolling on your Instagram, scrolling on your TikTok, all these different things, and plus, there's money on all of these platforms. But yeah, you're busy looking and scrolling instead of trying to create some content so that way you can eventually start making money from these platforms. Just saying. But I said all that to say this. Stop inflating these women's head. Stop doing it. Stop paying for their rent because they don't like you, bro. They really don't. They don't like you. They just tolerating you. Stop paying their rent. Stop paying for whatever it is just because you grew up with a single mom and you think that that's the right thing to do. Nah, nope. You stepped in the shit, so now you got to deal with the smell. That's on you, shorty. Ain't got shit to do with me. You know what I'm saying? So that's their problem. That ain't your problem. You can move on. If a chick calling you talking about, oh, it's hard. I things are rough right now, and I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I don't know how I'm gonna pay my rent. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You pray for rain. You pray for rain. You also got to deal with the mud. So I don't know what to tell you, big dog. But with that being said, man, that was a great show. I appreciate you guys for tapping in with me, man. Make sure you lock in. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe now. Make sure you hit the notification button. And guess what? Make sure you like and comment because it's going to help the algorithm continue to keep pushing. And also, go check out my links as well, man. I have a lot of different products. And also, for those people who are wanting to start a YouTube, I have different startup products in there as well. And also, I have a hoodie in there as well. It's called Comfort Hoodies, man. 15% off. Make sure you go and copy one. And until next time, man, I will see you guys.